Today I'm feeling a bit mischievous, and I will be breaking every rule of tower building. Thanks to Stars for the video idea. Wow, a Roro intro in under, 30 seconds? That's crazy. Alright, so you'll immediately notice I'm in Tower Creator, which is already breaking a rule, and this is precisely what we want. Towers must be built in Roblox Studio. Obby Creator or other such platforms may not be used to submit towers. What tower should I even do this on? None of these are finished. I guess we'll do Steeple of 1 hour to build a long steeple, which was from a previous building challenge. Okay, now, isn't that supposed to change when I change the name of the slot? How do I do anything in Tower Creator? Another rule states, tower names must begin with tower of, followed by the tower's name, which should ideally be 4 words or less. Ooh, don't click that. I suppose steeple of does follow that rule, which we don't want. How about just 1 hour to build a long steeple? There we go. Now it's illegal. Your tower must be built using the most recent version of the tower building kit, unless it was started before the most recent kit was released. Well, I'm not even using the tower kit, so I think we can consider that one broken as well. Your tower must include 10 floors. Well, it is a steeple, technically. There's edit mode. Oh wait, this has undo and redo, and you can press 1 to go into no clip instead of Control O and break my hand reaching across the whole keyboard. Yay! That is a great update. Well, steeples are supposed to be 5 to 6 floors, so let's make this be 7 floors. Let's Control C to duplicate. Whoa, boy. Right, it's not E to go up, it's space to go up. This isn't Roblox Studio. Your tower must include 7,500 or fewer server-sided parts. Well, that one I actually can't break unless I were to get enough parts to that, which I don't even know if it's even possible to get above 7,500 parts. But you know what I can do? I can burn a bunch of parts and make it look like I'm wasting parts for the thumbnail. Or at least one of them. I guess I'll do the test and compare thing, so that might be the thumbnail you saw. How do it's settings, right? Move increments, let's make that 0.5 for the moment. So time to very efficiently use some parts. Let's go like this, and just do, let's space them annoyingly apart too. What difficulty was I making this? I don't even remember. I want to say it was intense. I don't know why, I could be wrong about that. Okay, if I space these with 4 studs in between each one, it's not escape to deselect. I can't seem to find it. They possibly removed it, but I'm pretty sure there was once a rule that you're supposed to mainly use plastic, like studs, with minimal other textures. Like, you can use, a lot of neon, but it should still be mostly studs. As such, let's do a super ugly texture, leafy grass, for almost everything I do this entire video. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be janky. I'm supposed to be breaking every rule, but I'm not necessarily supposed to make a stupidly annoying tower. Okay, is it less janky if I do 5 studs? Yeah. And I said I'm not trying to make this tower be bad. It will be very bad, but it won't be maximum bad. I won't intentionally make it as bad as possible. Alright, now it looks like I'm burning parts. You can see it more clearly, which is good for the thumbnail that I'm about to take the screenshot of. Well, like I said, I can't technically break that, but we can get close. Sort of. Oh wait, here's the texture rule. Technically not a strict rule you must follow, but it says, we recommend using unusual materials or textures sparingly. I don't know why these are grouped together. Okay, how are these at all related? But please don't use free models. Well, I can't access free models here. I don't think there are pre-mades in this game, like there are in Obby Creator. These meshes are probably the closest thing. So which one looks most like a free model? Probably this one. The more I build this, the more this becomes a joke tower. Yeah, who am I kidding? This is definitely a joke tower. Alright, sandstone. I won't even bother to space these equally. Yeah, it'll be a joke tower, whatever. Your tower must follow Roblox's terms of service. Well, that's another one I'm not gonna technically break. I mean, I could, but I want my monetization. Where are signs? Wait, no, they're not their own part anymore, are they? You'd add it to a thing, right? Or easy solution, it's not E to go up, it's space. Well, I've found a way to break Roblox's terms of service. I don't know why I keep pressing 2 to go out of no clip. I haven't used the Obby Creator building system in a year. Now what I'm gonna do is, it's an attachment? Yeah. The text will be Roblox TOS for terms of service. Yeah, actually I think I am gonna want this to be default orientation. I don't think I can exactly, yeah, I can't edit it in the properties. Okay, never mind. What I will do is duplicate it and then delete the text on the new one. Let's set this to 1 and then press Control L to go local move mode. Then I'm going to build a path off of here that follows this appearance. A path that one will not follow in order to progress through the tower. Thus, you will be not following the Roblox terms of service. We're almost done with the path. Give me one more second and we'll be done if I can press the right buttons. I was about to press escape again. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna make this can collide false. Wait, I think it already was because the sign was can collide false. Well, whatever. It's not true. Now I just build literally any other path that you will follow of this leafy grass. All right, there we go. That looks good to me. Now let me duplicate a sign again from down here, and again be too lazy to change the color. Time to not follow the Roblox EToH. Is that good indication? You just have to figure it out. I mean, someone will quite easily do that and fall. This might be a horrendous tower already, but it won't be annoying any more than it already is. We're going to add a free teleporter. Okay, make it fully transparent, and then we want a place for this thing to teleport you to. Should you try to jump to that, you will get teleported there. I'm not even gonna make that invisible, but I will make it a different material, but leave it at its default color and not center it. This is such a good tower. All right, so we have now not followed the terms of service. You may not submit citadels unless you have at least well, this was a steeple, a 7-floor steeple. Well, you know I'm always super inconsistent about what I consider to be floors anyway, so I am going to do a outside and then consider it to be 3 floors. To make it be somewhat considerable as 3 floors, it'll take up space such that you could only fit it if you had 3 big boxes that are 100 by 100, but it won't be a super long outside, so it won't necessarily be the length of 3 floors, but it'll take up the space of 3 floors. Wait, no, it's gotta be 4 floors for it to be a citadel. I guess we haven't actually broken that one yet, so I won't cross it out yet. Your tower may not include custom client objects unless you have verified builder. Well, I don't exactly have the ability to script things in this game, but what I do have are client objects that don't exist in the tower kit. Now, the one I'd immediately jump to use would be the one-way part. I don't think that's in the V6 kit that was recently released. I think double jump was, though. So we'll just say, well, any of these that I know aren't there, we'll use a slope angle changer and later a resetter. Okay, so that's a one-way part, and then this will set your slope angle to 0. Again, technically this might be in the V6 kit. I have not looked at the V6 kit yet, so I don't know. If you don't know what max slope angle does, now that I have it to 0, that means I will slide down any slope. So like unless it's perfectly flat, that's gonna happen. And I will be nice and give you a sign telling you that your max slope angle has been changed. Oh, and also if it's 0, then it deactivates your ability to jump as well. Well, I do want you to be able to jump, so what I'll do is make it so it's actually 1, but I won't do any 1-degree slopes. They'll all be over 1 degree, which you will slide down. That checks off the custom client objects one, and then by the end of this outside, we'll have broken that one. Well, that's all the tower building guidelines. There are a few others. Most of these are irrelevant anyway, but because I'm not going to submit it. But a couple of them, such as do not submit towers as a joke and do not submit low effort or old towers that you do not seriously hope will pass review or get in game. That definitely describes this tower, so we can consider that one broken. We also have your tower may not share its acronym with any canon tower in the game. Well, I don't think there's any 1HTBALS is in the game, so well, actually, unless I make the acronym TT, that's the only way I'm going to be able to break the tower of rule and the can't share an acronym rule, which I think I will actually try to do that, because it's now misleading that it says 1 hour to build a long steeple, when in reality only up to there does that name actually correspond to that building challenge. So I'm going to go switch we're going to wow, okay, totally terrific. That's the new name. It's sarcasm. Maybe that conveys that. I don't know. That's a pretty bad name, but it's a pretty bad tower. All right, so I looked at the rest of the rules, but the rest of them don't apply because I'm not submitting this. So now all I have left to do is just make this outside take up the space of 4 floors, thus making this a citadel. So we can do that. You might think it's a safety net, but it's not. You can actually do some pretty cool types of gameplay if you make use of max slope angle. Tower of shifting slopes in zone 4 used this. Yeah, you can see that happens if you walk onto the slope. Could make this be a good outside and actually make use of the space and make it be good gameplay that actually needs all that space, but this is kind of sneaky. You might think you want to do that, but then actually you don't. If you're going too fast, you would. Instead, I will put a separate path off this way you're supposed to climb. All right, and then let's change the appearance of this to snow. And then these actually got to have non-studs too. Material, let's go slate. It's harder to see the triangle square looking thing with the different material. Like I said, I'm not trying to be completely evil here, so I will give you a wall there to run into accidentally. So you'll be like, oh, okay. As far as why this one isn't, Who knows? But last thing with this is make it transparency like 0.6. It's still pretty easy to see. 0.9? That could be good. I feel like it could depend on if you have like super duper ultra lobby LDM button that will make your game go 6000 FPS and canister mode and such. No, actually it's still pretty easy to see. Alright, so that's good. Most likely you will see it, but should you be going too fast? Why is it doing that? Okay, you know what? I won't ask questions. You will maybe go like this and then fall to your death. Now, how many floors would this require to take? Technically 2 if it like passes through this floor. But because this floor is here, it would have to be 3. 1, 2, 3 going around the sides. So we need just 1 more, which we can easily accomplish with just a little more truss action. There, now this definitely would require 4 boxes to fill up, assuming, you know, these 2 are already here. Thus, we can count this outside as 4 floors, and thus it's a citadel without the proper authorization to build a citadel. Alright, this is an abomination, but let's play what I have so far anyway. Starting here, which is where the end previously was from when I did 1 hour to build as long of a steeple as possible. You first start with the part spam for very efficient part usage. As you can see, this is very good gameplay. Yeah, jumping is just a bit janky, it would seem, especially when I hit the wrong keys. Like, it might not let you jump if you don't time it just right, because the part is right above your head. But if you can make it to the top, which technically you don't even have to, you only have to go up like 4, but then you're gonna have to somehow jump through that, and that's just gonna be a nightmare. So probably just go to the top and then go across. It's probably the best thing to do. Go across the cacti. Time to not follow the Roblox TOS, because if you do, you fall, but then I gave you a teleporter because I felt bad. Yeah, so instead you just follow the leafy grass, and then here you've got, oops, yeah, be careful of that. Here you gotta jump up, and then 1-way part plus max slope angle changer. Your max slope angle is 0, you'd better avoid slopes, because if you don't, this is gonna happen. Then you got the speed section with the weird part that doesn't work for some reason. Hopefully you'll see this truss, then you can climb up it, and then almost at the end you just gotta jump to a, hello? Oh boy. Oh, you know, that might actually be worth fixing. Yeah, it's average Don't click. It's so easy to click that because it's the bright red button and I'm trying to get the menu out of my way. Okay, that should be better. Hopefully it doesn't do anything weird as you're climbing up. No. Okay, so you should be able to jump just fine. And same for up here. Max slope angle resetter, so now you can walk on slopes, but it's the end for the time being anyway. If you want to give this totally terrific tower a try, here is its ID. And so that is going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again to Stars for the video idea. If you have a video idea of your own, be it a building challenge for Tower Creator or anything else, you can suggest it in a comment or submit it in the Discord, link in the description. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.